What is up, everyone? Circon here, bringing you guys another video. Today we're going to talk about the latest news, which is the Battle Pass that was released today. Of course, Frontline is still going on for like another 3 days as well. So there's a lot of things going on in game. But yeah, let's talk about the Battle Pass, shall we? So a lot of people that play different games have probably heard about what a Battle Pass is. And in some games you have to buy them, some games they're free, some games they're both, and in this game they are both. You can buy a Battle Pass and get more rewards, or not buy anything and still get rewarded. So a Battle Pass usually lasts quite a long time. In this case, it lasts all the way to 10th of June, which is like, 3 months or something, 89 days. And so you have a lot of days to get your points. And so the Battle Pass is basically, in most of the games I know that have a Battle Pass, it's literally just playing the game. A game like Crossout also has like challenges to do to get more progression, and then you don't actually play regular battles. But in a lot of other things, I think the biggest thing that has a Battle Pass is I can't come up with the name. The Battle Royale that everybody plays. Oh god, well, you know what I'm talking about with the building and stuff, cartoony graphics. I actually can't remember the name. That's crazy. Anyway. So Battle Passes are increasingly becoming a thing, especially for free-to-play games. And some of them are really bad for some games, and some of them are really good. So let's just see what we get for the stages here. So Battle Pass is a thing. You don't have to do anything. If you log into the game, you'll see the icon here, and you'll see your current stage. And yeah, how do you unlock points? By just literally playing regular battles, anything with grand battles. So random battles except for grand battles will earn your points and progression to new vehicles. So if you're in the top 3 and you win as a victory, you get 7 points. For defeat or a draw, if you're in top 3, you get 5 points. And top 10 by XP earned is 5 points. And 3 points if it's a defeat or a draw and you're in the top 10. So do note that the last 5 people won't get any points. At all, ever. Not even one. Which I think they should have maybe given you at least one. But I guess it's also to combat AFKers and botters and stuff. So it's probably a good thing at the same time. So yeah, so you get those points. So you get like, 7 for winning and you're in the top 3. You're going to need, let's see here. So 50, that's the current stage, right? After that, you get a special style, so a camo. And then we get credits. And then as you can see, I'm not going to go individually across everything. You can easily see this in-game for everybody that has it installed, of course. And yeah, so there's credits, and you can see that the lower bar is the paid one, the upper one is the free one. So there's premium days in there, credits, a lot of these booklets, there's these fragments, some more premium days, and then the big one here is the bounty gunlaying drive, and that is a gunlaying drive, so 10% aiming speed, but you can upgrade it for 3 million credits. And then it becomes basically the equivalent of a bond equipment. So it becomes as good as the equipment you can buy with the bonds. And yeah, so you get a lot of free stuff by just playing the game. At the end of it, you can choose between one of these two guys. One is for Britain, one is for Russia. And then it's a 0 skill commander, so the sixth sense is for free. And the other two you can probably change, I'm guessing. And then you can also choose one out of the 3 styles. So there's one of the 2 styles, sorry. So there's one for the 277, one for the Conqueror. And yeah, they look pretty neat. I'll put a link in the description or in the top comment of this video so you can see everything. The article that they posted on the website. And yeah, so it's kind of nice. You get the commander for free as well. There's a whole lot of boosters. There's more camo here. Yeah, there's a lot of things you get for free, really. And obviously, if you buy the pass, you get a lot more stuff because you get both layers. And I do believe that you can just play now, and if you ever decide like, oh, you know what, I'm actually like rank 20 or whatever, I think it might be worth it to buy the special thing. Then you get all those rewards as well, retroactively, I believe. It is pretty expensive. It's like 6,500 gold, which is about 25 euros for the improved pass. Keep in mind, completely optional. There's one thing that is of note, and some people will complain about it, is that the improved one also gets a bounty gun rammer, which is a decrease to your loading time, as everybody knows. And you can upgrade it, again, for 3 million credits to be like, I think it's 12.5% instead of 10%. And some people are a little bit up in arms about this, because it's like, maybe pay to win or something like that. I personally don't really see it because like you can still just get it for bonds. Like it's not going to break the game. It really isn't. Like I'm not even that big of a fan of the bond equipment myself. I think it just should have been something that you spent on cool vehicles instead of like, oh my god, 2.5% extra. Wow, cool. Like I find it pretty boring. So I don't really have an issue with this. The only thing that's a bit weird, if anything, is that like the free to play get their free stuff at 30, and the people that pay for the pass get the gun rammer at rank 20 already. So that's quite a bit of difference because as you can see, the amount of points you need per level go up by like 50 every time, and you only get 7 for winning. But it is a long haul, right? We have 89 days of this. You can also buy like 20 levels and separate levels as well. But yeah, that's up to you guys to decide. There's also some crew skins here. Doesn't really mean much. There's some more credits. Like, yeah. So if you care about those things, I think most people will literally buy the pass for the gun rammer. Because like everything else is, you know, you don't really have to get it. There's some credit boosters there. I mean, overall, I think the rewards are pretty worth it. And for free-to-play players, you get a lot of stuff. By just playing the game, literally. Do note that you can only get the points for playing tier 6. So, and you can see there's a cap as well. So I can only earn 100 points on the Nashorn. And if you cap out the tank, you also get a bit of a bonus. So you get like an extra 15 points for capping it out. And this is actually the first event I can think of that rewards you for having a boatload of tanks like I do. I have 501 tanks. Now, not all of those will be tier 6 and stuff. Let's actually see how many tanks I have. I have 344 tanks that are capable of gaining points. And I actually kind of like that actually, that you actually get rewarded for having a big garage instead of just like 5 OP tanks you keep playing. Another thing that's worthy of note is that the 277 and the Super Conqueror at tier 10 can go all the way up to 1,000 points because they're the special vehicles. And that's also why you get the commander for Russia or for Britain, right? So you can farm a lot more points than those. Well, I say a lot more, but it's 300 more. Yeah, it's all right. I think that system is actually kind of cool because it rewards people for completing their tech trees and whatnot. And yeah, I kind of like it. So you need to do tier 6 and above, which again I also like because otherwise people would literally stat bet tier 1 to 4 for sure. Even if you only get 50 points for a tank, people would just do it because it's easy and relatively fast, right? So that's also a good thing. And overall, I think the event is completely fine. We're getting a lot of free shit. Some people were complaining that their free stuff for the daily, you can see it's below my webcam, but the dailies you have now are kind of nerfed from the marriage rewards, and people were complaining about that as well. Personally, like, you get so much free stuff, and I don't like, and this is added, this is basically making up for the lack of marriage rewards, I guess, in a way. So, I'm completely fine with it, and I like that we even get one of those bounty things. Like, if both bounty equipments were in the premium pass, that would be a bit more egregious. But currently, I don't really have a problem. And even if you don't have a tier 10 yet, you can actually get quite a bit still. Because you can get like 100 plus points, or like 100 points in tier 6s. So, yeah. It seems from like first glance that you actually need to play quite a bit to level up in ranks. Because it's like 7 per win. So it seems like these points required to level up are actually quite a lot, as you can see. And also the Super Conqueror gets 3 more if you're in the top 3, and the 277 earns 1 more for ranking on any position that rewards you with points. So as long as you're not in the bottom 5, you always get 1 more coin or whatever from the stage as well. But yeah, and you get an improved, you get 7 days premium right away. And yeah, I think for most people, they're gonna buy the improved one. You either want to get both styles and the bond equipment, you know. And they even have like an elite progression that if you're all the way done to 45, you can just start earning bonds. And the bond one is actually kind of sweet because then you need 65 points, 130, and then yada yada. So yeah, I think the rewards are actually quite good. I don't like. Is this really an issue? I personally don't think it is. I mean, people that wanted to get gun rammers for bonds and whatnot can still do so. And like even free to play can get there eventually, I suppose. Like I never buy them. I hoarded all my bounty or all my bonds. And I don't have a lot of bonds, all things considered, but that's because I don't play higher tier. I've been free marking the tier 5s, then the tier 6, then the tier 7s, and now we're on to tier 8. And those tiers just don't give you a lot of bonds. And I don't do ranked, which gives you a lot of bonds as well. I have done frontlines, which gives you some bonds. And the other mode, the Steel Hunter stuff that's coming out is going to give you bonds as well. But all in all, I find it hard to complain because free stuff, and a lot of free stuff, and including camos, 3D styles for free, I think that is completely fine. Like, the only hurdle is maybe the rammer. That's it. And I don't really have an issue with it. And yeah, if you think the improved reward is not worth it or it's too expensive at $25, so be it. Just don't buy it. And even if you don't care at all about this entire event, you will just get free stuff. As long as you play tier 6 and higher, you will just suddenly get stuff. And, you know, I'm a big fan of stuff. So even the most casual of players will get a little bit of a bump here and there. Get at least a couple of boosters, a couple of fragments, you know, get a couple of booklets. You know, there's something for everyone. And yeah, $25. It tends to be the price for Battle Pass. It's about 20 to 25 euros across every game I've seen ever. And this one seems to be okay, right? You get a couple million credits all in all. And I do like that the free-to-play can get the commanders as well. And also people that buy the pass don't get extra points per game or anything like that. And premium account holders also don't get more points. So it's a pretty fair fight for free-to-play as well. So, yeah. I quite like it, and as you can see, there's a million. If you I really wonder. I don't know if I'm underestimating or overestimating how many points you need, because 50 seems like a lot if you can only get 7 at most, or 10 with the Super Conqueror. But it seems like a really long grind. But it's also 90 days, so we'll have to just see. But my first impressions of this, completely fine. Free stuff, yay! Free stuff that's pretty cool, including commanders or the vert step, or not vert step, sorry, the what's it called again? Gunling drive is cool. The 3D style's cool. They could easily, like, I think they charged like 2,500 gold for a 3D style earlier, or maybe even more. And these ones you can get for free. Again, I don't mind it, boys. I think it's a cool thing that you should be maybe mindful of. It's pretty easy to see, of course, here. And that also explains the points above your tank. And yeah, the higher tier you are, the more points you can get on that tank. So whereas the tier 6s is like, how many points is tier 6? It's 100. At tier 9 you get 550. And then the tier 10s can get 700. And then the tier 8 is 400. And the tier 7s is 250. So I think it's pretty cool. I kind of like that they have a cap on a tank as well. Because this, like, otherwise you would see, for example, T-3485 M's just being spammed for decades. At tier 6, just clubbing away, or anything else that is powerful. Premium tanks also count, by the way, just so you know. And you would see things like people spamming E25s to farm wins, you know, stuff like that. So it kind of negates it. I think it's a good thing. If anything, it's kind of annoying that like the Super Conqueror is like the top of the bill, with like 1,000 points and you get extra stuff. So that might be slightly annoying because they are pretty damn powerful. 277 is also pretty damn good. So, but yeah, I get that they have, they need like a theme and stuff. But yeah, I think that's enough rambling on for me. I like end story first impressions. I like it. I can't really complain about it. Free stuff for everyone. More free stuff if you throw in $25. I think it's completely fine, honestly. I would love to hear your thoughts, though. I've seen some people kind of complain about the gunling drive, and I'm wondering if my community is the same or not. So leave a comment down below. I'm not gonna hate or anything like that. Like, if you think so, you kind of maybe have a point. I don't really think you have a point. I think it's completely fine the way it is. But I would actually seriously love to hear your thoughts. And I do read almost every single comment on my YouTube channel, even on older videos and stuff like that. So I might not always respond. I might not always give it a little heart, but I do see you guys. Thank you for tuning in as always. See you guys in the next video. And peace out. Oh, by the way, there's some videos on the screen right now. Check them out. Check out the videos on the screen. Do it. See you guys later. Take care.